Hey folks, welcome to Market Intraday Analysis by InTheMoneyStocks.com, your leaders in pure technical analysis, avoiding all that Wall Street hype. Today, Wednesday, March 10th, 2010. Well, folks, we are seeing the markets chugging higher again on the day, although it has been a whippy day. We started out much like yesterday. You can see how the rotation of the gap down from yesterday took us all the way up, pretty much straight up the entire morning until about 2 o'clock. Well, today we went up straight again, but right only until about 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. in the morning. And at that point, we had a sharp reversal of heavy selling. But look at that little bottoming tail. What a beautiful little bottoming tail in the markets where it signaled the markets were going to reverse to the upside. And that was exactly what they did. Bottoming tail signals up, up you go, up to this key pivot at the 20 moving average, have a sharp little pullback again, and then up we've gone just in the last two candles as again volume remains extremely light. We're coming into the key 215 to 230 time frame where spot crude will be closing. And as you can see across the board, and I'll just read out exactly what the markets are doing, the Dow is only up 14 points, but the Nasdaq is up 17, and the S&P 500 is up about 6. So you do have a solid gain here. And the interesting thing about it, folks, is this. The markets, again, yesterday stopped about 15 cents shy of the 52 weeks high. So right here, folks, this green trend line right here, 15 cents prior to, or the low prior to the 52-week high at 115.14 on the SPY. Well, today we took that out, but as soon as we took it out to the upside up here and we broke that 115.414 level, we started to sell sharply. Now we're actually retracing back up into it. We're just a couple pennies below. This trend line right here is essentially that line, and you can see us now hitting it right now as we speak. We are hitting the 52-week high again previous to this morning's high, which made a new 52-week high. Markets again advancing towards the highs of the day, and we'll again watch to see how things come out. But nonetheless, the market being in a resilient mode here late in the day after a sharp rollover midday. Now, what's been going on? We got wholesale inventories today, folks. Showed a drawdown on inventories. Nothing spectacular there, though. The markets didn't really react in a major way. More so than anything, it's been a little bit of the dollar. It's been oil today. Oil had a good move on inventory numbers. Oil, again, to the credit of those inventory numbers, was a weaker than expected key data, and that propelled the oil price is up. I'll show you the dollar. Dollar is negative on the day. UUP is dropping here. Notice how this drops. See, look at this. 1-2 bar surge to the downside, and look at the SPY. All right, let's go back to the SPY. 1-2 bar to the upside. So you see that relevancy with the dollar in the opposite move. In addition, if you take a look at the USO here, the USO has skyrocketed back up into the spot crude close at about 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. So pretty wild day on oil, folks. I mean, look at this. What a move up, and then what a reversal, and then what a move back up on the oil trade as the USO just continues to whip back and forth. The key resistance on the USO for the day is $40.50. That is a master level of resistance and should be noted as such to keep in mind. All right. Now, a couple other things to go over. Number one, Goldman Sachs is having a solid day just off the highs of the day, up another $3. Right to that key 172 resistance, though. In fact, if you look at yesterday's average, look at this. How perfect is that, folks? The high of the day yesterday, that was the high of the day today. We sold off of that. Now we're retracing back into the high of the day. That is resistance, although it has been hit a couple times, and therefore could be looked upon as being a little on the weaker side. Also, JP Morgan having a spectacular day, although off the highs of the day, up 70 cents. The key stocks, even the junk stocks, and I mean junk, folks, the AIGs of the world, the Citigroups of the world, the stocks that, again, should have been out of business because without the involvement of the government. Sure enough, even AIG is up $2.75 today. So again, folks, overall, you're seeing a lot of the junk stocks go, but also at the same time, a lot of the solid stocks are going as well. Google's up about $11 here on the day. Let's take a look at Google. We'll take a quick look at that, and you can see it's approaching double top, just up into that double top level here, pulled back, and then again, almost there now. And again, if you take a look at Baidu, Baidu up almost $9.50 on the day as that continues to inch up just shy of the highs of the day. The 550 level would have to be looked at as the key resistance point on the market right now, on Baidu at least, on the stock. All right, so 550 key resistance. Look for a pierce of that and a possible pullback. It is very possible it will get there into the close today, especially if the markets can take out the highs of the day for the day. Watch where this market closes today on the SPY. We'll cover a couple more stocks in a minute, but right now, watch where this market closes. Notice how it stalled out here, guys. And again, I just talked about the key high, the 52-week high prior to today was 115.15, 115.14. We just hit that, pierced it by a penny, and now you're falling back down. Notice how you're coming back in here, and that's, again, just understanding resistance points on the charts. All right, going back to a couple other stocks, Apple Computer is having a muted day today, considering the markets and some of the other moves in stocks. This stock is doing okay. It's nothing spectacular today, up about $1.70 on the day. Nothing amazing there. Amazon up $1.60 as well. It's having a decent day, but nothing again that crazy. Notice the triple quad top here: 1, 2, 3, 4 quad top. Each time you hit that, it's resistance. And sure enough, what's interesting about Amazon is while the markets are nearing the highs of the day or just were about there, Amazon's actually making an in spirit of bear flag here, possibly ready to downtick. So watch that very closely as well. Looking through the other stocks on my watch list here, we again talked about JP Morgan, Baidu, Apple, Research in Motion having a good day, up about $1.59 or so at this point. But again, all things come back to oil here, folks, as we come into the 2:30 time frame. Want to keep an eye on oil and also the dollar. Dollar here, again, getting a small bounce, and you can see the market starting to pull back. I just showed you that little pullback on the SPY, and that's because the dollar, again, is getting a small little bounce up. So as the dollar fades, it generally gives the market a little bit of a boost, and we'll continue to follow that and watch that very, very closely, all right? Other than that, folks, that seems to be all that's on the radar today. I'm looking across the board. SPY volume, again, is only 120 million, which is, again, it's decent volume, borderline better than yesterday, but nothing spectacular. Still shows no volume of significance in the market. We've talked about that in quite in depth to our premium subscribers of the Research Center, giving them plays. And again, folks, most likely I will be posting 1 or 2 new swing trades in the Research Center today for you guys this afternoon, for those of you that are premium members. So stay on alert in that. And if you're not involved, come join it. $49.99. Yesterday alone, we nailed $1 out of U.S. Steel in the post on the Research Center. Beautiful little trade there. Also a Pro Trader watch list play played out there beautifully. So we'll continue to keep you guys updated. But I do think there is going to be a couple plays here into the close that I will look to accumulate. So be ready for that. And again, join the Research Center at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Take care, folks. Have a wonderful afternoon and evening. I'll talk to you tomorrow.